As the pandemic has impacted the past year and our daily lives extremely, we should not forget about our environment situation. In the following, we found out some important facts on how COVID has influenced our nature. Let's make a start with something very obvious. Masks. We know them in diverse colors, shapes, but also materials. I'm pretty sure that we all have used single-use masks at least once, but many are not aware of the fabric propylene of which they are made of. Imagine that cloth, according to Greenpeace, takes up to 450 years to decompose as long as you don't dispose them properly. For example, Ocean Asia and multiple other organizations recently discovered more than 100 masks in various places, resulting in a great danger for living organisms. As a consequence, they often mistake plastic particles for nutrition or get caught and damaged themselves. However, as claimed by Germany's economics ministry, 12 billion respiratory masks, protective clothing, and disposable clothes are required annually due to the pandemic, which make up almost a tenth of Germany's annual waste. Let's not forget that we all have to spend more time at home, for what reason the individual household waste has additionally grown by 15 to 20%. As a result, the entire process of production, consumption, and disposal lead to an increased air pollution as well as more greenhouse gas emissions. So, take care of disposing single-use masks or similar products into the residual waste bin, or even better, make use of reusable organic cotton masks. They are neither covered with pesticides nor claim too much water and are all in all quite resource-friendly.
The corona pandemic has a massive effect on humanity, but also on our environment. The 22nd of August 2021 is a very important day, because it is the first anniversary of the Earth Overshoot Day, which indicates that humanity has exhausted all natural resources. The Earth Overshoot Day, which was actually predicted at the end of July 2020, has been postponed by a whole month. The people used less resources during the lockdown. In addition, the pandemic resulted in a reduction in wood consumption of 8.4% less than in the previous year. Also, the emission of CO2 by 14.5% and 8.7% in coal energy less than the previous year. Renewable energies increased their contribution to total energy by a total 3%. The pandemic had a good impact in terms of resources and energy.
With many shops being closed, I'm sure the next point applies to most of us. Online shopping. According to the news agency R&D, about 83% of Germans use online shopping. However, the German Digital Association Bitkom found out that since the start of the pandemic, approximately every third person shops more and many are likely to maintain that behavior. Clothing and electronics are still the most purchased items, but shopping for groceries and medicine on the internet has increased significantly. While online shopping is a great way to keep social distancing, there's also a great downside that comes with it. According to Bitkom, 1 in 8 online purchases is returned and often people are not at home to receive their package. This further increases the already bad environmental impact of online shopping. For example, due to the high CO2 emissions and the unbelievable amount of packaging material. Another problem is that many people order their goods through Amazon instead of supporting smaller retailers. So next time you shop online, ask yourself if it's really necessary. Also, you can take a look at your local stores and see if they offer an online store as well.
But how is the pandemic helping the animals and plants? The decrease in emissions and harmful gases are helping the biodiversity of both plants and animals. However, since this is not a long-term change and the nitrogen pollution caused by fertilizers is still high, there will probably not be an immense change. Cleaner air also meant that insects had better conditions to survive. And the retreat of the people, also known as the anthropause, decreases the stress level of animals. They get a chance to both reclaim their invaded habitat and discover new locations, resulting in spottings of wild animals in cities. But since it has only been a year, changes in population growth are still yet to be determined. Also, now that personal traffic has declined, many lives have been saved due to less wildlife accidents. Even some species that were believed to have gone extinct return to their habitats now that the humans are gone. A similar effect can be seen in the ocean. Dolphins and whales, who are normally scared of by ships and boats, now come closer to the coasts since tourists are no longer there. But it's not only the absence of tourists that helps these animals. They benefit since shipping in general has been shut down. The noises of ships and boats have been proven to cause immense stress and confusion for them. Sea life has also profited from the reduction of pollution caused by ships. Fishing has decreased by 80% since exports have been reduced. But even though this means a short recreation, it will probably not have a lasting effect on the sea creatures because the short break is not enough for a full recovery of sea life. At the same time, the pandemic resulted in more illegal activities when it comes to animal trading. Even though these illegal markets are the cause of this deadly pandemic, they have not been stopped. There has been an increase in poaching since activists cannot continue their battle anymore. Contrary to popular beliefs, the forests did not profit from the development of last year either. Deforestation and clearing increased by 150% compared to 2019. And the biggest downside has been the shutdown of nature reservation projects. National parks and nature reserves that are highly dependent on ecotourism and financial support started facing massive existential problems. Experts say that these positive side effects of the pandemic that have been previously mentioned don't eliminate the real problems of extinctions and environmental issues. The positive aspects only concern locations of mass tourism, which only includes a few spots worldwide. The losses that the organizations are experiencing are more dominant than these positive effects. This is mainly because all these seemingly good aspects are mostly short-term, while the nature reservation projects are there to bring real solutions to the environmental problem.